Hello and welcome to Bell Curve Gaming. Today I'm bringing you a Turbo Gardeon deck, and this is a little bit of like a follow-up I guess of my previous deck, in that the basic template of the previous deck got me to thinking whether or not you could play Hand Denial with Gardeon in that build. So it's a bit of an experiment just to see whether or not we can play around the Magical Miracle GX attack as quickly as we can using the Buzzmosa sort of method to accelerate energies into play. Now, just to remind ourselves, the Magical Miracle GX attack does 200 damage, but if you've got at least 3 extra Fairy Energy, which is 6, and 6 is a lot to have to get into play here. But if you do, your opponent has to shuffle their entire hand into that deck, and that can be absolutely brutal, delivering 200 damage, giving them no hand to play with, and hopefully just buying yourself enough turns to take that bigger lead into the match that you just win. So that's the basic idea of the deck. Now, to get the energies into play, this little combo should be familiar from our last video. So we've got Buzzmosa here, which he's here simply because he's a tag team and an Ultra Beast, which allows us to use Beast Rings if we've got, or our opponent has 3 or 4 prize cards remaining, to accelerate energies onto the Buzzmosa, and then Tag Switch, when I can find it, there it is, to move 2 energies from our Buzzmosa to our Gardeon, and that's really how we're playing the deck. So we need to obviously accelerate and try and get this off as quickly as we can. So we're using Mismagius because that allows us to discard it, gives our opponent a prize card, which is fine, and allows us to draw until we've got 7 cards in hand, which is a nice little bonus. And then the Dust Stone allows us to get these up into play turn 1 of the game as well. Now, once we've obviously done our GX attack, we need to try and buy ourselves a couple of turns, and that's where we have our Chip Ice Axe, which allows us to look at the top 3 cards of our opponent deck, choose one of them, and make that top deck. So that can help buy us a couple of turns that we need to be able to take a big lead in the match. Now, I have only gone with 2 copies of the Chip Ice Axe. I was running with 4. I just found that there's so many cards with this particular deck that you don't want to draw into when you're first trying to get your 2 Mismagiuses off. So, you don't want to see Beast Rings in your opening hand. You don't want to see Chip Ice Axe in your opening hand. You don't want to see Tag Switches in your opening hand. These are cards that you don't want to see, because they make it much more awkward to be able to get off the couple of Mismagiuses and then get yourself fully set up. So I've gone with 2. That seemed to be the ideal number, and 2, if you do manage to pull this combo off, seems to be enough of a disruption to give you a big enough lead that you can then power home from there. So that's really the deck. We're a greens build because we aren't running any abilities except for this guy, but we're discarding him straight away. And we're also running power plants because abilities are absolutely amazing in the format right now, and that just reduces the the Dedenne change outs and things like that. So reduce the number of outs for our opponent. So that's really the deck. That's our experimental deck to see whether or not we can get the Magical Miracle GX off super quickly and deny our opponent from the hand. And I'll be honest, I've had mixed results, but let's get into some games. Hello, Remi Pro, welcome. Alright, we'll chuck both down. And we are going first here, which gives us the advantage of maybe just waiting on the second Mismagius. Don't want both switches straight up. That's not great. At least they're cards I can burn, I guess. Grab both of these. Although, nah, it actually isn't much of an advantage just at the moment. I actually think I just want to empty the hand as much as I can, so we'll grab Misdreavus here. Dust Stone, our way to a Mismagius. Switch to you. And switch to you. Mysterious message. Alright, got another Mischievous, that's good. And what we'll do, we've got 2 Beast Rings, we just need... Alright, so this is how we'll play it. Get that to you. I'm gonna hold on to that. So what do I need? If I get a top deck energy, I just need 2 E switches. Like tag switches. You'd nearly be smart to run the Jirachi away. Just to give you ways to get out of it. Like a better chance to get out of it. Because Jirachi's a massive threat to me right now. An ear-ringing bell to the Inkay. Well, if you play that Viridian down, that actually helps. Because I can get an NG attachment guaranteed. Having said that, I've got a pretty high chance of drawing into an NG. Need a fairy, not a grass. That's the one thing I've got to consider. Alright, Necrozma is the deck. You are going to chuck the Viridian down, alright. Going to start building up the Necrozma, I'm assuming. So it's a big test of my deck on the next turn. Can you get the Beast NG onto it? Alright, we got the top deck NG anyway. So top deck NG goes here. We'll mysterious message our way to garbage at this stage, but I need 2 switches, so if I can get a greens out of this, then that's fine. Excellent. Greens. So poker gear. Go and get ourselves a coach trainer. I am right with that, aren't I? Yeah, just 2 E switches is fine. So tag switch, or T switches. Yeah, that's all we need, as long as we've got the energies here, which we do. So now Beast Ring, a couple of fairies, oops. Wow, I've prized 2 fairies. Thankfully, I've got enough. Beast Ring, a couple of fairies. To you. At least I also get the Jirachi off the board here. Oops, why does it have to be the front 2? Why is it specifically you can only take the front 2 energies? You. These 2. To this guy. And we'll now Magical Thunder GX. Or Magical Miracle GX, Magical Thunder. Get rid of the Jirachi, get rid of the hand. And see what you've got from here. What was your top deck? So now what we're after is the cards that allow you to get a look at the top deck. Just a Necrozma. So you've got a Psychic Energy. So I kind of want to counter that stadium as well if I can. Oh, greens. That's beautiful. Feel like we'll greens. And we'll grab ourselves out. We do need a Chip Ice Axe, and I do want to counter that stadium. So we're going to power plant here. Going to Chip Ice Axe. And I feel like the mysterious treasure is going to be pretty useful to you. Especially on the next turn. What? What? Hello, Lewis. Welcome. Well, I'm glad that, you know, I mulligan there, because that hand is garbage. Absolute trash, that hand. So I'm pretty happy to mulligan and start again. It's marginally better. I mean, it'll play. It'll play. I don't want tag switches this early. Why do you keep, like, giving me 2 tag switches at the start of the game? And we're up against Dark Box. Alright, cool. We'll get ourselves you down. That's fine. That's what we need. You might be our first attacker. We're actually going to legitimately set you up to be exactly that. We'll go and get ourselves a couple of these bad boys. And get rid of this guy. Go and get you. Get rid of this guy. Go and get you. And then go and get a Miss Magius. KO it. Get another 6 cards. Why am I really good at getting absolute garbage? Like, seriously. I swear it's a talent of mine. I'm just exceptionally talented at getting absolute garbage. Well, we'll hold. I'm not gonna KO the Miss Magius for 1 card, that's for sure. And yes, I know I could have power planted and Chip Ice Axed and thinned a little bit more, even tag switched and tried going from there, but we don't want to. We don't want to. What we do want to do is use our power plants well against this deck. Very interesting. So I can't play trainer cards this turn. It's one way to slow me down, I guess. We'll chuck an energy to you. We'll just jet punch our way and chip into this guy as well. So you must be pretty bricked, pretty badly. There's one way to stall, I guess. So at least I don't have any GX attacks to worry about from here. Now I've just got the pretty deadly attacks, but it's something I've got to be super concerned about is the Greedy Crush. Is if I KO another Miss Magius, you've only got 1 attack that you need to be able to get this game. And that's real bad. That's something to consider. So what do I want to do here? Go power plant down. We've got Lieutenant Surge's strategy, which is good. So Lieutenant Surge. I'm just trying to think. What would I get out of the Volkner? Would it add value now? Probably not. We'll Chip Ice Axe to thin a little bit further. We'll give you... Really don't want you to stamp me. I'm not taking KOs. You can have a stamp. We'll get the 3 cards, then we'll have a look. I don't think that's helpful. So here's the thing, right? Let's bills. Beast Ring, because we need them ASAP. Got Lieutenant Surges for next turn. Which I think out of that is what we want. We could get the switch. Which, do we have a tag switch? We do. We need Beast Rings so bad. But we can go and chase that. We can guarantee it. Let's take a chance. Let's grab these 2. We're going to gamble. Why not? We'll grab another bills. And our gamble failed. As it always does. That's why you shouldn't gamble. And you can reset stamp me as well, which is so bad. But anyway, we'll switch to this guy. We'll just hold there, to be honest. And Fairy Song. A couple of these bad boys. On to you. And you. And just hold there. I don't like how many turns I'm giving you. And you've got the Weaver. Up and rolling. And you got Viridian. Which is really bad. So I've got like one more turn. To pull off what I need to. Which I'm not going to be able to. I don't need a stadium. Are you going to stamp me? That's the question. Nah. Alright, so Lieutenant Search. We'll Poker Gear. We'll get a greens. So that's good. What do I need here? I think I need this guy up. I've got 2 tag switches. So I need 2 more NGs. So I need a Beast Ring as well. So the greens, I think we get another greens out of it. Just to make sure we've got that on the next turn. Although we need Power Plant out of this actually. So Power Plant and Beast Ring. Because we don't have any other greens. We have bills. Although I've got, yeah, we'll just grab these 2. That's fun. And we'll Volknum and go and get another beast. That's fun. So Beast Ring here. Grab 2 of these. Beast Ring. Grab these 2. I'm going to Power Plant down. Oh, I need to switch. Short-sighted, I need the switch. I'm going to have to manually retreat. I've got no choice. I have to manually retreat. Idiot. I need the switch. Tag switch. From you. These 2. To you. And tag switch. Just this one. To you. And Magical Miracle GX. Need the switch. The key now is going to be What do I go and get? I need to stop you from attacking, that's for sure. Oh, got the Chip Chip Ice Axe, that's brilliant. Well, Volkner now. There's no energies left in deck, is there? Yep. Out of them. Oh, I didn't have a switch. What do I go and get then? Maybe another fresh Gardeon out? Yep, that seems fine. I'll grab another fresh Gardeon. Just because we might need to go into this. Chip Chip Ice Axe. We want you to have, out of all of that, Weaver. Alright, and we're on a 0 card hand ourselves. But we're going to Kaleidostorm, smack you out, and start shuffling energies around here. So, 3 of these bad boys are going to a fresh one. And these 2 grass energies are coming to this guy. Like so. So that way we can use the retreat if we need to. Although, if I'm not mistaken, I should have another switch somewhere. Oh no, I've used 2 switches. Okay, so I'm out of switches. So how's that card doing you? Alright. So what we'll do is poke you way into a Bills. Bills is looking at the top 7. I mean, I can look at everything bar 1 card. Something really that's doing it for me there. Yeah, there's nothing really doing it for me. We'll just grab a tag switch. I don't have a look at your top deck, which is really bad. So I'm going to retreat out here, because I think that's the smart play. So retreat to you. Pay it with the 2 grass energy. And right now, we'll Kaleidostorm. Smack 150 into you. And just hold. At least we've got a fresh Gardeon out there. And you have no way, unless you can counter that stadium, of flipping energies around right now. So that top deck is huge for you. And he's raging. He is raging. I think that means he didn't get a top deck that he needed. GG's, GG's. Hello Pylung, welcome. Alright, we'll chuck you up front. And we'll chuck you both down. Got a couple of poke gears to try and dig greens out, so that's alright. And got quite an efficient and deadly deck by the looks of things. Is this Lost March? Suddenly looking like Lost March. What's Snorunt doing in Lost March? Is that like your other attacker? Is that the new attacker for Lost March? The new approach to it. Did you discard anything of mine? Oh yeah, Bills. Rude. As long as you don't discard greens. Because that would be even more rude. It'd be even ruder. Yes, this must be the new Lost March. So there's a couple of things going here. We could go with the GX attack and take a couple of prize cards. We could... We'll just see what we've got to play with first. Oh, just a coach's trainer. We're going to pull that out for now. Come on, greens. There we go. Alright, now we don't want the coach's trainer, but anyway. We'll run this to you. We'll greens ourselves. I'm thinking that what we're going to do is greens you and you. We're going to mysterious treasure away the coach trainer to go and get a Mischievous. And then Dust Stone our way into a Mismagius. To you. And Chip Ice Axe our opponent at the moment. And give them Jump Bluff. Because they want Jump Bluffs in hand. That's something this deck just loves, having a Jump Bluff in hand. Not great. Not great. We'll give that a not great out of 10. Alright. Alright. We've got a Beast Ring. That's something. That's a thing. We're going to chuck this out. And right now, we're just going to hold. We could Power Plant. We will Power Plant. That seems like a thing I want to do. And we'll hold there. So if you take out Mischievous, it's like, I'd rather you not. Like, rather you didn't, but it's not the end of the world. So it is unfortunate you've got one Jump Bluff. That is unfortunate. You didn't energy attach in the last turn. Which means you need to get out of the active here. Oh, boo! You got the other Jump Bluff back. And a Mulga's out. How much have you got in here? 2, 4, 6. Excuse me. Alright, so we're going to energy attach here. Poke gear, just have a look, see what it is. Coach trainer, not ideal. We're going to get rid of that, to be honest. Rather keep our bills after this. So we'll get rid of this and go and get a Mismagius. For 3 or bills? Nah, 3. Just see what I've got myself. So I've got tag switches. And I can attack with this guy. I just need one more. Really wish I found a greens. And that's the reason why I really wish I found a greens. Right there. I mean, the other way of thinking about this. Oh no, I don't have enough beast energies. Really don't. We'll get Chip Ice Axes ready. So we'll Beast Ring here. Grab a couple of these guys. T-switch them. To you. We'll Chip Ice Axe now, just to give you, I reckon, the Emolga out of that. Is what you want. You love top decking Emolgas. And we'll just Kaleido Storm for now. Take the KO on this Snorer. And leave the energies where they are. Get another Buzzmoser. So at this stage you are hitting a 2-shot. 2, 4, 6. That's hitting 120. So you're not all that far away from being able to really hit hard too. I don't want another one go going into the Lost Zone, because I might be able to chip Ice Axe and like confidently know that I'm protected next turn. That's useful. Oh no, I can't, because I have to energy reset you here. So I can't confidently know that I live next turn. In any way, shape or form. I need Beast Rings. We need to make the most of Beast Rings this turn. So that just... I have to go with the Beast Rings. I know I've got no other draw after this, but... I have to get the Beast Rings this turn. Beast Ring, these two to you. We'll tag switch. Two of these guys over to you, which means that it's going to be a waste on you no matter what. So we'll go here. We're going to have to really fingers crossed here that the top deck is terrible. And I can survive another hit with this guy. As long as we can survive a hit with you, it's going to be awesome. And then we've got the Chip Ice Axe. So I'm thinking that this isn't a card that you're hoping for. I'm thinking we might have done it. Oh, it was a Pokecoms at your top deck. Now, I'm trying to think, what could save you? And I don't think there's much. A Trumbeak? Ouch. There is that. But this is your only attacker. So that does get the KO on the Gardeon. But this is your only attacker. And I can now hit in with this Gardeon here because I've got the T-switch. But you have very likely drawn your way out of that brick too. Very, very likely. So, T-switch. These two NGs onto you. And Chip Ice Axe. And out of this, you can have yourself a unit energy. And for the moment, Kaleidostorm. Get rid of the only attacker you currently have. We'll see what we've got to play with after that. So we're going to switch. The downside is... I don't have another Gardeon or something to go into at the moment. And that's just rude, getting rid of my greens. Did you get something else to set up? Is you're not attacking this turn. And if you don't attack this turn, I think it suddenly swings back into my advantage. Yeah, I'm thinking it's suddenly back into my advantage, and that Chip Ice Axe could help. Definitely the Shrine. We'll take Shrine damage. I don't want Shrine damage, but we'll take it. We'll take it. This stage, Kaleidostorm, smack you out. And no, we don't want to move any energies at the moment. Grab another prize card. Bills, that could help. That could help. Now you need to find something. So, despite you managing to KO me, I do think you're in a lot of trouble all of a sudden. Because you're still two-shotting me at best, and you don't have an attacker this turn. So, Bills, what are you going to get me? Nothing that's really all that useful, but we'll Cherish Ball, get another Bills. What we'll do is just grab Gardeon out. And for the moment, we'll Power Plant. And Kaleidostorm. Smack this Emolga out and leave it there. And see what you've got. Your Snorunt down. So it worked. It did completely destroy your hand. And you haven't been able to really set up anything since. Brutal. Brutality right there. Kaleidostorm, smack you out. And we just win, but that's all you need to do. That's all you need to. GG's, GG's. And it is time to rate this deck and sort of evaluate, did our experiment of hand denial work? Well, starting with damage here first, we really are a two-shot deck. We can hit pretty consistently at 150, but with all these tag teams running around, that's two-shotting, so 150 is decent, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing special anymore, so we're going to give that an 8 out of 10 for the damage. As for the defense, we've got reasonable HP, and if we're able to get our magical Miracle GX off quickly, that's a big if, we can play some huge hand denial on our opponents, which, you know, helps our defense side of the game really nicely. But we don't have healing, and we don't have scoop ups, and I do believe that that's probably the best way to play Gardeon at the moment. So for that reason, the defense, we're giving it an 8.5 out of 10. Just because of the magical Miracle GX can help us there. Obviously, we have to hope our opponent dead draws as well. As for reliability, and that's the thing that I was, toying with this deck. Could this be a reliable way to quickly get into that attack? And overall, I don't think it's reliable enough. I mean, it's a 50-50 whether you get it off quickly enough, and when you do, it's great, but when you don't, you lose. So, yeah, that's... The reliability is what really hurts the deck. It's a 50-50 sort of shot I was finding with it, and we're giving the reliability a 5 out of 10 because if you don't get this Magical Miracle GX off quickly enough in time, the amount of ways that you've got to win is significantly reduced without healing options. So, yeah, like I said, we're giving it a 5 out of 10. So overall, what do I think? Well, I'm pretty happy with the experiment. I wanted to see whether it was doable, and it is. It's not reliably doable, but it certainly was a little fun little test to see whether or not we could toy with our opponents.